నమస్కారం. డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ సార్వత్రిక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం విద్యార్థులకు స్వాగతం. ఈ ప్రసారంలో
Today, we will discuss a topic on role of plants in medicine, especially in the traditional system of medicine. Medicinal plants have been playing a significant role in the primary health care of human beings and animals. They have played an essential role in the development of human culture, particularly in different religious ceremonies. For example, people use various plants in the worship of gods. Medicinal plants are the oldest known healthcare products. Their importance is still growing, although it varies depending on the ethnological, medical and historical background of each country. Medicinal plants are also important for pharmacological research and drug development. Single entity plant drugs which mostly treat serious medical ills include atropine, digoxin, morphine, reserpine, scopolamine and vincristine, etc. A medicinal herb is different from botanical term herb. It refers to any plant used for medicinal purposes. For example, a medicinal herb can be a real herbal plant, a shrub or other woody plant. The used part may be the seeds, berries, leaves, barks, roots, fruits or other parts of a plant. These particular parts are called as a organoleptic part. Each plant has a different type of organoleptic part. For example, Gingiber officinale having a tubers as a organoleptic part. Eucalyptus is having a leaves as a organoleptic part. Different plants have a different parts as organoleptic parts. For example, Punica granatum is having a fruit as organoleptic part. Garlic and onion bulbs act as organoleptic parts. Tea, eucalyptus leaves used as organoleptic parts. Asparagus racemosus tuberous roots are used as organoleptic parts. Some exudates like latex, resins also used as sometimes organoleptic parts. Some families like Sapotaceae, Euphorbiaceae, Apocynaceae, Asclepidaceae members produce latex. This latex is used as a medicine. Let us see the significance of medicinal plants to human beings. Many of the modern medicines are produced indirectly from medicinal plants. For example, aspirin. Plants are directly used as a medicines by a majority of cultures around the world. For example, Chinese system of medicine and Indian system of medicine. All of the vitamins, minerals and antioxidants are phytochemicals that are accessing throughout our diet. However, there are clearly some herbs that are more powerful than others. For example, a garlic which lowers the cholesterol, improves blood flow, fights bacteria, virus and yeast. Medicinal plants are resources of new drugs. It is estimated that there are more than 2,50,000 flower plants used for medicine. Studying medicinal plants helps to understand plant toxicity and protect human and animals from natural poisons. Cultivation and preservation of medicinal plants protect biological diversity. Using medicinal plants in primary health care has many advantages. They are inexpensive, therapeutically effective and no side effects. So, people go for plants for medicine since ages. There are many forms in which herbs can be administered. tinctures, decoctions, macerates, essential oils, syrups. Tinctures are prepared by alcoholic extraction. Decoctions are prepared by long-term boiling of roots and barks. Cold infusion of plants prepares the maceration, which consists of high amount of mucilage. Essential oils are extracted by steam distillation and by mixing the crude drug with sugar syrup or honey are called as syrups. Plants have been used in the treatment of various diseases from time immemorial. Plant kingdom is divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta and Spermatophyta. Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta are called as lower plants, whereas Spermatophyta members are called as higher plants. Very few of the lower plants used as a medicine, and majority of the people depends on the medicine for higher plants. Majority of the drugs are obtained from angiosperms than gymnosperms. The gymnosperms are the main source of alkaloids such as ephedrine, oils and resins. Within the angiosperms, both monocots and dicots provide many useful drugs. How do the plant get medicinal properties? The medicinal effects of plants are due to metabolites, especially secondary metabolites produced by the plant species. Plant metabolites include primary metabolites and secondary metabolites. Primary metabolites, these are organic compounds produced in the plant kingdom. They have metabolic functions essential for plant growth and development. They are produced in each and every plant. They include carbohydrates, amino acids, nucleotides, fatty acids, steroids and lipids. These are used in our normal diet. Secondary metabolites, these are organic compounds produced in plant kingdom. They do not have apparent functions involved in plant growth and development. They are produced in different plant families, in specific groups of plant families or in specific tissues, cells or various developmental stages. They include terpenoids, non-protein amino acids, amines, cyanogenic glycosides, glucosinolates, alkaloids and phenolic compounds. These are very effective for medicine. These secondary metabolites are stored in various parts of the plant. If they are stored in a fruit, then that part is called as a fruit drug. If they store in a leaf, leaf can be used as a drug. Like this, each plant stores the secondary metabolites in particular part of a plant. These crude drugs can be classified into various categories: morphological classification, taxonomical classification, chemical classification. Pharmacological classifications are used to classify the crude drugs. Let us see the morphological classification. This morphological classification again categorized into unorganized and organized drugs. Under organized drugs, the drug is extracted from a particular part of a plant. For example, leaf, digitalis, tea, eucalyptus, tulsi, belladonna, brahmi plants having the leaves as the drugs. Flowering parts, clove, pyrethrum, rose, saffron, and fruits, amla, anise, bale, cumin, capsicum, cardamom. Whereas some plants, whole plant is used as a drug. For example, andrographis, bacopa, datura and shankapushpi. The exudates of a plant comes under the unorganized drug. These are latex, juices, extracts, gums, resins and oils. Latex of opium and piperine is used as a drug. Gums of acacia, resins of asafoetida, oils of castor and clove are being used as a drug. Other classification is a taxonomical classification. For example, the drug colophony is extracted from the pinus, which belongs to the family Pinaceae of coniferous order from gymnosperms. So, this type of classification is called as a taxonomical classification. Third classification is a chemical classification. The chemical compounds present in the plant is used for the classification. This classification is called as a chemical classification. For example, tannins. Tannins are present in Cassia auriculata, Cassia tora and Cassia fistula. Lipids, these are fixed oils extract from the castor, olive and peanut. Alkaloids are extracted from the Nicotiana tubacum, Keffia arabica. Some proteins are extracted from the Carica papaya. So, this type of classification is called as a chemical classification. Fourth classification is a pharmacological classification. Drugs acting on based on the activity of the drug, the classification is called as a pharmacological classification. Drugs acting on digestive system is categorized into carminatives, purgatives. Cloves, cardamom comes under the carminatives and senna comes under the purgatives. Drugs acting on a respiratory system, these are two categories, expectorants and antispasmodics. Licorice comes under the expectorant, ephedra tea comes under the antispasmodics. Drugs acting on heart, these again categorized into two, cardiotonics and antihypertensives. Digitalis comes under the cardiotonic and Rauwolfia comes under the antihypertensive. What is a traditional medicine? The term traditional medicine refers to ways of protecting and restoring health that existed before the arrival of modern medicine. As the term implies, these approaches to health belong to the traditions of each country and have been handed down from generation to generation. Traditional systems in general have had to meet the needs of local communities for many centuries. According to World Health Organization WHO, as much as 80% of the world's population relies on traditional medicine. The Department of Indian System of Medicine and Health was renamed as the Department of Ayush in the year 2003. Acronym for Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy is Ayush. This department is responsible for development of education and research in these fields. If the traditional medicine is practiced by the other people than its native origin, then this medicine is called as a complementary medicine or alternative medicine. Traditional medicine and complementary or alternative medicine, which are predominantly based on herbal and other herbal ingredients, have come to be widely and increasingly used in both developing and developed countries despite limited evidence of efficacy, particularly in the last 2 decades. Traditional medicine or complementary and alternative medicines are used for the full spectrum of disease from self-limited to life-threatening illnesses. 3 major indigenous systems of medicine form the core of Indian medicine systems, which include Ayurveda, Unani and Siddha. Among these, Ayurveda alone describes use of over 600 medicinal plants in some 8,000 formulations. India has one of the richest plant medical traditions in the world. It is a tradition that this is of remarkable contemporary relevance for ensuring health security to the teeming millions. In traditional system of medicine, traditional healers play an important role. They have a key role in the primary health care of rural and tribal people, because the healers know the socio-cultural background of the people. They are highly respected and experienced in their work. And the economic considerations of the remote, rural and tribal localities, people depends on the traditional medicine and they go to traditional healers. The strength of the traditional beliefs and the area to be covered to the health centers is also another criteria. People depend on the traditional system and go to the traditional healers. The shortage of health professionals, particularly in rural and tribal areas, is an another criteria where people go to these traditional healers for their primary health care. The practice of traditional system of medicine is varies from region to region, nation to nation, continent to continent. Many people from the Australia, Asia and Europe depends on the traditional system of medicine when compared to the other part of the world. Some drugs are being used by the ages. For example, morphine is being used by the ancient Egyptians and Sumerians. Atropine is used by the Babylonians. Ephedrine is being used by the Chinese for respiratory ailments. Quinine is used by the Peruvians for fever. Digoxin is being used by the England since 17th century for heart problems. Reserpine is extracted from the Rauwolfia serpentina, which is being used by the rural people of North India. During the last decade, there has also been a growing interest in traditional and alternative systems of medicine in many developed countries. 1/3 of American adults have used alternative treatment and 60% of public in Netherlands and Belgium and 74% in the United Kingdom are in favor of complementary medicine being available within the framework of National Health Service. A survey among member states of European Union in the year 1991 identified about 1,400 herbal drugs used in the European Economic Community. Studies reveal that natural products are used to treat 87% of all categorized human diseases, including infections, cancer and above all autoimmune diseases. In the case of antibacterial agents, natural products including phytodrugs have made significant contributions as either direct treatments or templates for synthetic modification. Why we use plants as a medicine? Plants are the cheapest, most abundant source of proteins on the planet. Plants provide low upstream production cost. Plants as eukaryotes can express and process most prokaryotic and eukaryotic proteins. Plants provide scalable production capacity and flexibility. Plant seed permit stockpiling of inexpensive inventory. Plants are free from animal and human pathogens. So, plants are low cost, they have a stability, easy scale up, good storage and safe. For these reasons, plants are being used as a medicine from time immemorial. Some representative diseases potentially treatable with medicinal plants are Alzheimer's disease by using the Withania somnifera, Cisalpinia bonduc can effectively cure the arthritis. Vinca rosea, which has the two important powerful alkaloids vinblastine and vincristine, used for curing of cancers. Strychnos protatorum is used to cure the Crohn's disease. Asparagus racemosus is used to cure the cystic fibrosis, whereas Melia dubia, which is an important drug for diabetes. Cardiospermum helicacabum is used to cure the heart diseases. Hepatitis C can effectively cured by the Phyllanthus nairuri. For HIV, Trichopas geylanica is an effective drug. For kidney diseases, Arua lanata, particularly to clear the kidney stones. For obesity, Sterculia arens. Traditional medicine eliminates the root cause of disease. Medicinal plants are free from side effects. On the other hand, modern medicine uses synthetic chemicals as medicines. They may cause side effects. Herbal products restores the individual spiritual, mental, emotional and physical health. Medicinal plants are playing a key role in the primary health care of people from the worldwide. So, we must protect the plants for the future generations.
పాఠ్యాంశాలపై మీ సూచనలు సలహాలు సందేహాలు మాకు తెలియచేయండి. మీ సూచనలు సలహాలు సందేహాలు మాకు తెలియజేయవలసిన చిరునామా డైరెక్టర్ ఆడియో విజువల్ ప్రొడక్షన్ అండ్ రీసెర్చ్ సెంటర్ డాక్టర్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్ ఓపెన్ యూనివర్సిటీ ప్రొఫెసర్ జి రామరెడ్డి మార్గ్ రోడ్ నంబర్ 46 జూబ్లీ హిల్స్ హైదరాబాద్ 500033.